Greetings from Columbia, Maryland, where we are recording Razzle Dazzle Radio, a show brought to you by Howard Community College. I'm Carolyn Kelemen, and I'm here with my co-host, Judy Templeton. And today's show will promote some cool ideas for a hot summer, like dancing under the stars and around the people tree on the Columbia downtown lakefront, or spreading a blanket on the lawn at Merriweather Post Pavilion to listen to Willie Nelson with his family and friends concert. Rumor has it that Bob Dylan and Sheryl Crow will appear with Willie. Let's hope. Or how about a happy hour visit to one of the many new restaurants in the Merriweather district, or catching a poetry reading on the Green? So much to do and so little time. Summer flies by quickly, so don't miss these opportunities like the cast of thousands in the summer musical hit Joseph and the Amazing Dreamcoat. I'm excited to hear what they will recommend, so take it away, Judy.
Oh, thank you, Carolyn. This is my favorite time because as a FOMO, I mean, there's so many things to do here. First stop, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I could say that 100 times, but don't worry, I won't. But with us is board member and performer extraordinaire, Todd Hochkeppel. Did I say your name right? I've known you all these years. Is it Hotch or Hoch?
It's a long story. It's either Hochkeppel or Hochkeppel or Hochkeppel.
Okay, I'm just going to say, and Todd's here.
Todd is here. Todd is here.
Todd is here. He's in the house. And make sure you see this amazing production. So tell us about this upcoming production, Todd, and what's involved and how we can get to see it.
Well, it's a beautiful show. It's one of Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice's earlier collaborations. So if you like their work, come, because you'll hear some song melodies that you might have heard in other shows. But this is a unique show. It's a biblical story of Joseph, who was the son of Jacob, the father of Israel, who I play, and he gives him a coat. The brothers get jealous, and a lot of things happen, but he ends up becoming a trusted and high-ranking official in the Egyptian pharaoh's regime. He's a dream teller. He can read people's dreams, and that's what becomes his success in life. And so it's a beautiful story about family, about brotherhood, about love, about forgiveness. And the songs are amazing. The dancing is incredible. And it isn't cast of thousands, but it is a lot of people. There are probably, I think there's 60 to 70 adults. And then there is a choir of students, because the story is told as a Sunday school lesson to students, to young children. And they are in the choir, and they're beautiful, and they're fun, and they're vivacious. So it is a ton of people on stage, but it's masterfully staged. And the show dates are June 20th, 21, 25, 26, 27, and 28 at 7 p.m. And then there's 2 matinees on the 22nd and the 28th at 2 p.m. But those tickets are getting hard to get, those matinee tickets, because everyone wants the matinee tickets. But there's plenty of other shows to come see. So it's only 8 performances. So to get your opportunity to come see this amazing production, it's at Marriott's Ridge High School. And you should be there. It's a live orchestra, which is amazing. You don't see a lot of shows with a live orchestra, and they sound fantastic.
Well, yes. And you know what? We've said amazing a lot because that really does describe it. So I like to say that Joseph is sort of a story, and every family has one of them in their family, a prodigal son that can do no wrong despite. So I always like to kind of liken it to that. And yes, the thing is that I love about Howard County Summer Theater is they are multi-generational. So you can, at any show, and even more in this one with the children's choir, see every age, and you can see families. And it is such a family-oriented community theater because families come back summer after summer. This is some of their vacation. I mean, they come together, and they not only do they come in their own family, but Howard County Summer Theater is a family unto its own too. So talk about that, Todd.
Yeah, it is a wonderful organization. Sometimes people refer to it as the adult summer camp.
There it is. Okay. Yep.
So you might not see many of the people that you perform with during the year, but come, April, when we all are into rehearsals, it's kind of like you reunite and you say, oh, why didn't we get together over the winter? But here we are. So you live in the moment, you socialize, you go out, you help each other with choreography and other aspects of the show. So it really is a family tradition. Tom Sankey, who is the director for amazing 40 years, the director. This is his 40th show. He always has a cast picnic at his house, which is just another tradition of the theater. He is the man behind Howard County Summer Theater. Was started 50 years ago, but he soon was on board as, I think, the rehearsal pianist, and then he became directing, and he just never stopped. He loves it, and you can tell he's so dedicated. And thank you, Tom, for always providing this wonderful opportunity for our community. Whether you're in the show or whether you come to the show, it is truly a Howard County Summer Theater event. We have become really one of the cornerstones of the theatrical scenes in Howard County Summer Theater. So
shout out to Tom.
Tom. So he's been there for 40 years, but this is the 50th year. It's not our 50th show because we had that dang pandemic, COVID.
No, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, but we survived it. A lot of people organizations didn't survive, but we have the chutzpah and the drive to keep going, and we did. So this is our 49th production, and we're having a big party to celebrate our 50th anniversary in November. So tickets are on sale for that. That's going to be a big gala. It's going to be at the 10 Oaks Ballroom, and it's going to be great. And we're also just trying to let people know just about the history. So we're sending out, via social media, and in the lobby during Joseph, we're going to have old photos and opportunities for people to talk about their favorite Howard County Summer Theater moment. So I ask you, Judy, what is one of your, probably have too many, but what do you love about Howard County Summer Theater?
Oh, I love how this interview is shifting. Okay. First of all, let me say that I was in one of their earlier shows, and I'm not even naming the year, but I was in Sugar, which is a takeoff of Some Like It Hot, with the famous Mo Dutterer and his wife. And I was dance captain with Barb. And that's how I found it so long ago. And of course, remained friends with a lot of the people. And we are going to be bringing Mo back to talk about some of those days coming up and so forth. I have so naturally, that's one of my favorites because I was in it. But I will say that, Todd, that I just adore you, and you're so comedic, and you have so many different tentacles of all of your acting ability. And I loved you in Les Mis. In fact, somehow I was sitting near your wife and found out that was your wife. And I said, oh, my God, how do you live with this man? And she said very carefully. But I still did love you last year. And another one of my favorite shows, Guys and Dolls, because you were an adorable New Jersey Nate in Detroit. So I got that Jersey accent in there sometimes. But I enjoy all of their shows. And partly because I know so many of the people, and I have been blessed to teach so many of the students that are now adults with families and all that. So I love watching talent recycle itself. So
yeah, there's a lot of people in shows past and now who went on or are going on to Broadway. So
I know
there's people who are on Broadway. So it's a wonderful stepping stone for a lot of young performers and people who work behind the stage. There's a lot of stage managers who are now doing it professionally. So it is a great stepping stone for many people to kind of test the waters. This is for them and get their craft under their belt. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful opportunity because we really strive to be as professional as we can in all aspects of our production. So,
well, you strive and you do it. So it's clear. And actually, Carolyn's good at reaching out to people from all over. So we'll have to find some of the names of some of these actors and actresses that have moved on to New York and California and get with them.
I have a story for you. Joseph was done by the Columbia Center for Theatrical Arts many years ago. Toby directed it. And in the role of Joseph's father was Edward Norton. I know my son was Joseph. So we have a long-standing tradition of putting on that clip where the father says, gives him his coat. And I think someday I'm going to send that to one of those TV shows out in Hollywood,
Yeah, or send it to him and connect with him saying, I have something for you. That's a great story. That's an awesome story. Yeah, it's a great show. And it really is a feel-good number because there's so many fun numbers in it. So you can get tickets at the door, but I highly recommend getting them beforehand. So you just go to hcst.booktix, that's TIX.com, and that'll take you right to our landing page to either buy tickets for this amazing show or to the gala.
Or both.
There we go.
Todd, thank you so much. So I can't wait to see you in your next role. And I know that you will do it proud, as you always do. I'll be there opening night. So another opening, another show.
Thank you for coming opening. And you might not recognize me. That's all I got to say.
No, I'll recognize you, but okay. All right. Again, check it out. You want to be there. You've got a couple weekends. So head over to Marriott's Ridge High School. Todd, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much love to everybody in the cast.
I will send it. Okay.
So moving into another fun time. If it's a fun time, Ian Kennedy is probably behind it, planning it. And I know you have so many activities to tell us about. So Ian, tell us about what's happening at Merriweather. We could even then take a run through the lakefront activities and whatever you can tell us, because get your calendars out because you're going to need to fill every one of the blanks in right until Labor Day, right?
I mean, I am looking at my calendar and I'm trying to figure out how I can make some time to come see Joseph, because since we're doing this, I was Reuben in the production of Joseph that I did with the Annapolis Summer Garden Theater exactly 30 years ago. That was Bobby Smith, was our director.
Oh my gosh.
Was, just a wonderful person. And that's a great show. I actually performed Any Dream Will Do at my mom's funeral. Not to be a downer, but that was her favorite song. And I would love to come see it, but my summer is jam-packed because there is something happening almost every night here in Columbia, whether it's here at Merriweather Post Pavilion on the main stage, at Colorburst Park, in the Merriweather District, at the Columbia Lakefront, at Toby's, or anywhere else throughout Columbia. There is just live music, performances, and great activities for everyone. So we can jump right into it, and I'll give you a few of the performances that I am most excited for. And let's start with July 4th, for the Downtown Columbia fireworks on July 4th. We, the Merriweather Arts and Culture Center, the nonprofit organization I work for, we will be presenting a band out of Los Angeles called Dust Bowl Revival. And they are a American roots band. They play some really great high energy music. It's the kind of music that I think reflects the best of America. And so we're really happy to be able to present them there at the lakefront stage in front of, thousands and thousands of people just before the fireworks. And then later in July and going through all of August and into September, we have our Amped series at Colorburst Park. Some of the standout performances there, I'm going to say, are ZAR Electric, ZAR Electric. They'll be performing on August 21st in a really interesting mix of some traditional West African music with DJs, so electronic music. So really something, something that is unique, but also great music, fun to dance to. And I'll also highlight one other show, and that show is on September 4th. It's our last show of the series. It's a band called Butte and Friends. And so John Butte is a local musician who has just built up a network of some of the best musicians throughout the region, and he brings them together for performances. And they've gotten pretty popular here over the last few years. And I am told that there may be a special guest appearance by a certain executive director of a nonprofit that we're talking about on this call. So if I don't think it'll be any of the numbers from Joseph, but I think there's a chance you will see me performing for the first time in years. So that should be.
That is on ink in my calendar.
Put it down, September 4th.
That is in ink. And can I just say right now, to make sure to promote you and who you are, is that Ian's, well, I don't think you've ever grown up. So, but you did to the best that you could. And I feel the same way. To the best that you could, though, you have grown up here in Columbia and have been part of all of the arts. I mean, musician, acting, all of it. And I am just thrilled all the time to be around you, because you continue to bring such passion to your job, which is a perfect job for you. I mean, so let's make sure and say the real title. He's an executive director of the Downtown Arts and Culture. So that's a pretty big title, but you really do it well. And again, you bring all of your background into it. And you have two talented daughters who I happen to have a special affinity for too, and a lovely wife. So
yes,
good stuff. All right, everybody come out for that date. What's that date again, Ian?
That's September 4th. That's our last show.
September 4th.
Yeah, September 4th. That should be great. And then we're working with the Columbia Association to put on another series of great events at the lakefront. And it's not just us. CA is putting on a bunch themselves. So there are, basically every Friday, Saturday night, there is something happening at the lakefront, whether it's dancing under the people tree, some of the movie nights, or some of the performances that we're going to be presenting, including one that I want to highlight here. And this is for August 16th. We have a band called the New York Chill Harmonic. Oh. And they are an orchestra. They're a big ensemble of players. They're from New York, and they play a mix of a little bit of everything, but it is guaranteed to get you up, get you dancing, and just celebrating another wonderful night at the Columbia Lakefront with all your friends and neighbors.
You can't get better than that.
It does not get better than that. And then so I'll promote one other event that I really want to mention, which is August 15th. We will be doing one of our movie nights here at Merriweather Post Pavilion. And these are free. All of the events that I've mentioned so far are free. So everyone should come on out, feel welcome to experience and enjoy them. But the movie night here on August 15th, we're going to be doing a great big sing-along to the movie Wicked. Which,
my gosh.
If you're life is anything like mine, then the soundtrack to Wicked has been playing basically nonstop in your house for the last 6 to 8 months. So you should know all the words.
That's right.
I certainly do. And I will be here singing as loudly as anyone to Defying Gravity and all the other great songs from that movie. So, we love doing the movie nights here at Merriweather. It's a great way to open up the venue to our community. And we thought, what better way to do that than with the biggest movie musical of the last year, and songs that, they were kicking people out of theaters for singing along when the film came out last November. Ugh. We are encouraging singing along. The louder, the better.
I can't wait to hear you sing Popular. Because I know you know every word.
Oh, I do. I might even have to work on some choreography for that one.
You can give me a call.
Oh, we should do it. We should do that.
Okay. Be careful what you ask for.
I know. What did I just sign myself up for, huh?
So to just kind of follow up with what you're saying, you don't have to worry about money or what you're going to do in Columbia on a Friday night. You show up at 7:00 under that people tree. Mm-hmm. I just started last Friday. It started. I was dancing away, and they had Moana as the movie, and then the instructor did the whole soundtrack from that. So we did dances to that. So there was even a cool theme. And I think we would be remiss if we don't mention. I know this show will probably go on after this, but we do have the Columbia Festival this weekend. Yep.
It is this coming weekend.
Yeah. You want to talk about that just so we can make sure and give proper homage to that?
I would love to. Yeah. So this is, we're recording this on the Wednesday before the Festival of the Arts, the Lake Fest, the 3 days of music and arts at the Columbia Lakefront, presented by the Columbia Festival, and it's being produced by my organization, Merriweather Arts and Culture Center. This is the second year now that we've produced it. It is just, I can't say enough good things about it. The way that the community shows up and supports the artists, we bring in a mix of local artists. There are some youth ensembles from our schools, and then some national touring artists who will be here, including on Friday night, we have Grammy-winning singer-songwriter. Her name is Gabby Moreno, and she is an amazing guitar player, amazing singer who has toured all over the world, has played with some amazing artists. But all through the weekend, we'll have performances on the stage. We'll have activities for kids. We have some of the best food trucks in the region. And fingers crossed that the weather holds out. Looks sunny. Might be a little warm, but, this is Maryland in the summer, so wouldn't expect anything less.
Yep. And I just want to also say that the crafts are absolutely cutting edge, or you can buy some amazing gifts. And there's some great artists and artisans that showcase all of their art there as well.
I have never left a Lake Fest without having made at least one purchase at one of the artist tents, because
only one?
At least one. I mean, honestly, the problem is I wish I were independently wealthy and could be a fine art collector.
Exactly.
Because there's so much good work out there. And again, the arts don't support themselves. Just showing up, being there, coming to these events, showing the artists that Columbia is a place that values the arts, that values performers, that values visual artists. And then, finding what you can. I think something that is really great to see is a lot of artists have figured out ways to make, let's say, more affordable, some lower cost items, because making art is not cheap. But the value of having art in our lives, whether it's visual arts around us or performing arts in our community, cannot be understated, especially in these interesting times that we find ourselves in. So, showing up, looking at the artist, finding something that speaks to you, finding a gift that you think speaks to your family, that means so much to the artists and to those presenting them. So just hope that folks continue to come out. Lake Fest has enjoyed tremendous support from the community for 40 years. And we're just so excited to be able to provide these performances and these showcases to our community.
Absolutely. And you say what we continue to say on this show all the time. The arts, we're so blessed because we just are chock full of them here. And you know what? At the end of the day, when all else fails, all of us have the arts. And we've already seen this wonderful thread between all of us. And, oh, yes, okay, Carolyn says, oh, yeah, Edward Norton was playing that part. And I mean, it just is a connector. And it's just so wonderful. All right. So now, Todd, you inspired me. So before we go, why don't you, each of you, that would be you and Ian, name your favorite show that you were in out of all of your myriad of musicals and beyond?
Wow, that's a hard one, but I would have to say Les Mis, with the close second being Guys and Dolls.
Oh, interesting. We had the same pick. Well, then it must be right.
Obvious is obvious, right?
Yes, I love it. Well, I would agree. What about you, Ian?
I would have to say, and it was because of the experience we had, it was Joseph. With a close second being The Sound of Music, which was the first production I did at Hammond High School. I was Captain Von Trapp. And so they let me play guitar to sing Edelweiss. And that's just been, The Sound of Music was probably the first musical I ever fell in love with. So,
wow.
Sound of Music is great because we want the sound of music.
Exactly. Yes. Carrying throughout our community.
Okay. So I guess on that note, unfortunately, we have to go, but please mark September 4th on your calendar. We're all coming to see Ian sing and dance to Popular, and no pressure.
I will be working on it all summer.
Yeah, because you could flip your hair. Flip.
Exactly.
There it is. That's a great idea. Okay, and I hope that this show will find you to give you time to make sure to get over to Marys Ridge High School to see Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And we will keep you informed on the Howard County Summer Theater's 50th celebration in November, which you don't want to miss. Carolyn, you have any parting words for us?
No, but come on out and support the arts. Yay.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it doesn't take much. You can just show up. So thank you so much, Todd and Ian. What a powerhouse rock star of guests we had today. Thank you so much. Until next time, Razzle Dazzle Radio, Judy Templeton, and my co-host, Carolyn Kelly. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to Dragon Podcasts. You can find this show and all Howard Community College podcasts on most streaming platforms, as well as our host platform, Podbean, at podbean.com/dragonpodcasts. That's podbean.com/dragonpodcasts. And as always, we appreciate you tuning in.